How's it going, everybody? My name is CJ. Welcome back to a brand new Minecraft video. This is episode number 41 of I Play Minecraft, and in today's episode, we have to make a super awesome place to store all of the riches that I've collected over the span of this series so far. As you can see, I have quite a bit of diamonds, and I have quite a bit of lapis. I also have a little bit of iron and gold and emerald, but we don't talk about those ones. I'm running a little low. Today, we are going to work on a vault to store all of these goods, but I want it to look real flashy, so I'm going to turn them into blocks. I'm not going to be storing all of them, because, well, that would just be plain silly, as I need some of them to make stuff like armor and tools and stuff like that. So we're just going to take what we really need for right now. But first, we have two things we got to do. Okay, I got to head on over to the village area, and I can gather up some obsidian. I'm actually going to grab a water bucket, because I'm going to need some more water to turn the lava into obsidian. Do I not have a water bucket on me? I guess not. I guess I can just fill one up outside my house here. But I also have to add somebody new to the viewer appreciation wall. Today, I'm going to be adding Spork to the viewer wall. Thank you so much for your comments. If you guys want to be the next ones added to the viewer wall, make sure you leave a comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, while you're at it, my brand new Minecraft parody just dropped, so once you're done watching this video, check it out. It's a parody of Feel Good Inc. by Gorillas, and it's absolutely hilarious. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. So I'm going to take the railway system that I built in the last episode, which takes us all the way to the village, which is a much closer point to the obsidian area, rather than just walking. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this minecart all the way over, and then we can get started on the task. I'm going to need quite a bit of obsidian, and while I'm at it, if it becomes night, I may as well hunt down some endermen and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys want to tune in to stream Saturday, which I'm not sure if I'm uploading this video on Friday or Saturday, but it's going to be on Saturday the 18th, where I'm going to be doing a live stream from 5 to 8. I'm going to be grinding out all the stuff to go to the end, because as you guys have asked, I'm going to be doing the Ender Dragon fight / Stronghold episode for my 50th episode. We're getting close. So if you guys want to watch me fight the Ender Dragon for the first time in survival, yes, you heard that right. The first time in survival. I've never done it before. Go ahead and subscribe so you guys can stay notified for when I upload that video. Now I'm over here at the obsidian area, so I'm just going to go ahead and dig up as much of this as I can. I'm going for a stack. I don't know if I'm going to have a stack even available with this little obsidian area here. There is still a little bit of lava for me to go ahead and put water over. But yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to have a stack, which is, a little bit of a bummer. But, I mean, it's fine. We can always try to find another lava area nearby. Shouldn't be too hard. So I'm just finishing up mining here, and it looks like I am going to have enough for a full stack, which is perfect for this project here. This has taken a lot longer than I thought it would, even with efficiency 5. But once we do that Ender Dragon fight, we're going to have access to the end, which has giant obsidian pillars, which I could use for future builds and projects and what have you. But yeah, that obsidian area is now completely mined out. I have harvested the entirety of it, and I have a total of a stack and 1 block, so 65 blocks. Let me head back up to the village, and we can take the minecart back over. But like I said, if I see any endermen, I'm just going to go after them and try to fight them. I'm pretty armored up now, so it really isn't too big of a deal to fight endermen. So yeah, I'm not really seeing any right now. Just going to be grinding up a whole bunch of those for stream Saturday, though. Alright, so I'm going to put the vault right here. This is the last little empty spot that I really need to fill in, before we start expanding over that way. That's why I wanted to do this project before I do the villager trading, but I definitely want to get some villager trading and breeding going in the next episode, because one of the enchanted books that I want / honestly really need for the Ender Dragon fight is Feather Falling 4. I don't believe I have it. Yeah, I don't have Feather Falling 4, and I would like to have Feather Falling on my boots, so that way if I get knocked off one of those giant pillars by the Ender Dragon, I'm a lot more likely to survive. I also want to brew up some splash potions and stuff before I go into that fight. But yeah, here we are where the vault is going to go. The entrance of the vault is actually going to go exactly you know, I guess diagonal. I don't know if parallel. That's the word. It's gonna go exactly parallel to this path right here. So I can use my Silk Touch pick and grab some of these leaves, and then we'll just sort of get started on the basic shape of this thing. I don't want to put any of the obsidian down just yet because I want to make sure I get it just right. So the doorway is actually going to go. So it's actually not going to go in the center. I'm going to have two doors. I'm going to have one door right here and one door right here, and instead in the center is going to be this cool looking vault design that I found with chains and stuff like that. So let me just go ahead and fill in everything, and I want to make this thing perfectly square. So what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so far we're up 1, 2, 3. I guess I can just use some netherrack to scaffold because it's what I got right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And okay, so this is just going to be the height of this thing. So this thing's actually pretty large. I didn't expect it to be this big. Okay, well now I gotta figure out the pattern. I feel like I went too tall on that side. I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one's right, but this side I went too tall. But I do want to figure out the pattern that I'm going to use with obsidian. I kind of want to do a checkerboard pattern, but I'm a little worried that I'm not going to have enough for a checkerboard pattern. So this is where it could get a little bit tricky. Maybe I'll just have the checkerboard pattern on the inside here. So we'll pretend that one goes here, so that means one would go there, one would go there, and one would go there. And then we can just sort of fill this thing out. Yeah, that looks good. I know I use checkerboard patterns a lot, but hey, I like them. I think they look cool. Yeah, okay, so we can just continue that all the way up this main wall here. So obsidian, obsidian. And I think I'll have enough to do the whole thing. Ooh, that was a mess up. Oh, I don't want to use my Silk Touch. I don't really think it matters, but, you know, I'm just particular like that. So let me go ahead and fill this in with obsidian. And obsidian on top of stone bricks. That's the rule of thumb here. And I don't know if I want to do obsidian all the way up to the top. Probably not, to be totally honest. I think I'm just going to have a layer of... Yeah, something along those lines, and then we can go like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good, and we'll do that on all four sides. Perfect, and I think I'm actually going to have enough to do a little bit for the... I'm trying to think of how I want to do this, because the floor is going to be down there. It's going to look a little bit strange, but I think I have an idea on how to take care of that issue. Yes, I do. So I'm going to fill this all the way in, and then we can do a obsidian design on the floor. I don't really think one on the roof is going to be too necessary, but this is going to look kind of strange. It's going to look good from the outside, but once you go inside, it's going to look kind of weird because the obsidian meets the ceiling, but it does not meet the floor. So I got to figure out something as far as that goes. I got to go grab a crafting table, actually. Okay, so another idea I just had, I'm actually going to turn all of these here into chiseled stone bricks. Yes, and then I am going to grab, what other kinds of cut stones do I have? I guess I'll grab some more of these. Do I have any? I have a little bit of deep slate up here. I have a good amount of andesite, so I think I'm going to use andesite, specifically polished andesite for this as well. And now I'm going to want to make chains. I don't quite remember how to make chains. I think you need iron bars for it, so let's see what we can do. So we got some iron bars, and then what's a chain? Is this a chain? Shoot, I gotta figure this out now. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I am officially the biggest idiot in the world. Okay, so let me go ahead and I guess put these iron bars back. Darn it. Okay, so I'm gonna need, what was it? Nuggets and... Okay, so I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of nuggets. And what was it? Was it nuggets like this and then iron like that? Yeah, and that makes a chain. Okay. So let me just go ahead and make a whole bunch of chains because they're fun to decorate with. Perfect. And then I have the chiseled, I have the polished. I think I'm good to go. Oh, there is one last thing I need to do, and I need regular stone bricks for it. Although I actually have stone brick stairs, so I actually don't need to make anything. Perfect. Now I can head back to the vault and get this thing complete. The first order of business is to just go ahead and get this part out of the way. I know it looks a little weird, but it's going to make it so that way this kind of matches up there a little bit better. And then we'll just keep this part open right here, and then our treasure pile will sort of go in here, if that makes any sense at all. I kind of hope it does. But now I'm going to go all the way around this thing like so in chiseled stone bricks, and we are going to get the main aesthetic design of this vault complete, so that way it just doesn't look like a big random box that serves zero purpose. So let me go ahead and get all of this in, and I'll show you guys the design once it's all complete. Okay, so this is what the front of the vault looks like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can already kind of see where this is going with the chains, and I think I'm going to actually do it on all 4 sides just so it matches. But the chains are going to come down like this and make that awesome vault shape. Let me just go ahead and build up so I can put these chains in. And let's see how this thing looks from a little bit of a distance. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That looks a lot better than it did before, which is absolutely awesome. And of course, we'll have the 2 iron doors there. But I want to do that on all the sides. Now, I'm not going to have enough chains right now, so I'm going to have to go and actually make more chains. Which shouldn't be too big of an issue. But let me just go ahead and put in all the chains that I can for now. Yeah, okay, let me go ahead and make some more. Okay, I've gotten all the chains placed all the way around. Now I gotta go ahead and torch this thing up, make it look a little bit better at nighttime. But I actually really like it. I have never really incorporated Obsidian into a design before, and I think that it actually turned out pretty good. I definitely had a different vision in my head, but I think in the end it turned out pretty nice. Now I gotta go ahead and get the floor of this thing complete, and I'm just gonna stay consistent with this little part here. But the inside floor is going to be that polished andesite, and then we can go ahead and start putting in some of our riches, which is the diamond block and the blocks of lapis. I think I made too much polished andesite, but that's okay, that's no problem. Okay, perfect. Now let me go ahead and get some light in here. Awesome. And then we can go ahead and put down, well, I'll do like a little bit of this around here. Kind of stack this thing up a little bit, you know. Make it look real cool, like I'm super rich and have a lot of stuff. And then I'll put the diamond block right there, and yeah, that's not bad at all. That looks pretty cool. Okay, and now I gotta put in the iron doors. There's 1, and there's 2. I don't know why this one was placed that way. Ooh, I was using the wrong tool there. There we go. And then we'll put 1 button here, 1 button here. And then we'll have 1 button here and 1 button here to get in and out and stuff like that. Or actually, I think it would even be cooler if we had 1 way to go in and 1 way to go out. So this one will be our outdoor, so we can get rid of that button. And then this way will be our indoor. So we come over here and we can go in. Awesome. And then we can go out this way. Nice. There we go. That is looking not too bad. I got to do a little bit of path work, but other than that, everything is looking quite spectacular. I did want to incorporate netherrack and fire into it somehow, but I don't really think that that's necessary. I don't really see a good place to do that in this build, so I think that that's going to conclude it. Of course, I got to cap this off over here just so it doesn't look this ugly anymore. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Okay, just bring the path over like so. And that should do it, although I think I actually want to do a little bit of this. And I'll just stay consistent. I'll keep the path like this for this part here. So we can go like this. And that's looking pretty good. Not too bad at all. That is going to do it for this episode of I Play Minecraft. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.